Joining me now is Marie Newman. She's running for Congress in Illinois' 3rd District against one of the most conservative Democrats in the country. Marie, welcome to the Young Turks.
Thank you, good evening.
Great to have you here. So Marie, you've been endorsed by the Just Democrats, Emily's List, Move On, NARAL, Planned Parenthood, PCCC, and Dan Lipinski has not. So you almost beat him last time. It was a very close race, and in fact, if more people had supported you back then, you'd right now be Congresswoman Newman. And I think that look, I don't mind admitting my perspective at all. You're a Just Democrat. I support you 100%, and any rational progressive would. But tell the audience why Lipinski is problematic, because there are still plenty of Democrats in the House who go, oh, no, he's our colleague, we're gonna back him.
That's right. So from the outside, it is a little puzzling. He's been there a long time, right? But the district really is looking for a real Democrat with a real plan. And the problem is Dan is neither. So he simply is completely out of alignment with the district. So he's anti-healthcare. He voted against Obamacare and continues to vote against those needs and interests of the district. He's anti-immigrant. He is anti-worker. All of the foundational elements of the party. He's anti-paid leave, anti-universal child care, is not supporting the Social Security 2100 Act, the district, and I'm very proud of this, actually the district and I pushed him at the very end of my campaign last time to get on board with $15 an hour, so hard that in the last 4 weeks he finally acquiesced and signed on to $15 an hour. So the district and I work pretty well together, and that's a proven fact. And I think that's why folks are welcoming me back, is that we did a lot of great work in that campaign as a team, the district and I. So he's completely out of line with the district, has been for some time. It is a deeply blue district. Hillary won it by 15 points, Bernie won it by 8. So a very conservative individual is not a good fit for this district, and that's what Dan is.
So I read that he was reluctant to endorse Obama in 2012. Is that right?
Not reluctant. He did not support President Obama.
Oh, well, wait, Marie, wait a minute now. I thought that we had to support Dan Lipinski because of unity. But apparently he doesn't believe in democratic unity when it comes to even the president of the United States. Kind of curious, don't you think?
But yeah, a little bit of hypocrisy there, right?
A little bit. Maybe we should tell Pelosi about it. Anyway, I'll get to that in a second. How did he vote on the Affordable Care Act?
So he voted against the Affordable Care Act. And let me just give you an update. In the last 2 months, he has supported a Republican bill that would take away Obamacare further from 1 million workers that work under $40 an hour. So he didn't just vote for it then, just recently continues to take it away from people.
And in his voting record, it says that he's against LGBTQ equality. But what does that mean? Let's be more specific of that. What are his votes or his positions on that?
Yeah, so let's look at the things he's done in the last few years. So he is against marriage equality. He has frequently tried to bring up a bill that would create discrimination in the workplace. And then most recently with the Equality Act, he ultimately, in the very last hours before the bill went to the floor, decided to sign onto it. However, he then voted with the Republicans on dissent. So what that means is yes, but no, which ultimately means no.
Jesus Christ, in a district that is deeply blue, to have a Republican in disguise.
We have evidence that is something like 90% of the population in Illinois 3 is very pro-equality.
Yeah, which makes all the sense in the world in a very blue district. And look, as I look at his record, Maria, I think he ran because his dad had the seat, and so it was kind of handed to him. So that actually starts to make sense, because maybe he was just a Republican, but he ran as a Democrat because it's a really blue district, and his dad was a Democrat, and so that was the way to get in. But once he gets in, he votes with the Republicans.
So what's funny about that is that he was living in Tennessee up until about 9 weeks out from the general in 2004. You know the story. His dad asked him to come up, and then they appointed him, and he became the nominee. But he was a registered Republican in Tennessee.
Yeah, of course. I didn't know that. But like, that's the most obvious thing in the world. Of course he's a Republican. So which then first of all, Marie Newman for Congress.com. I want to be very clear. Marie Newman for Congress.com.
Thank you.
We'll have the links
Marie
down.
Newman, visit.
Yeah, we'll have the links down below if you're watching later on YouTube or Facebook. Click on the links, and another way to donate is justdemocrats.com/Marie, okay? Because small dollar donations make a big difference. Marie's not taking corporate PAC money. Lipinski, of course, is, right? But that leads us to Steny Hoyer. And so Steny Hoyer says he's supporting Lipinski. And if folks don't know, he's #2 Democrat in the House. And he says, that, quote, "There's absolutely room in the Democratic Party for anti-choice lawmakers." How do you respond to that?
So certainly, Congressman Hoyer is well within his rights and his opinions. My opinion is that you have to be in alignment with your district, no matter what. 70% of our district is pro-choice, just simple. And there's study after just study that shows that. So there is just no equivocating on that. I'm 100% pro-choice. Dan is 100% anti-choice. Plus, and very important, he does not believe in birth control. So even folks that are pro-life or anti-choice believe in birth control. So literally, he's disenfranchising the entire district on this topic.
No, I did not know that about it being against birth control. I mean, that's Ken Cuccinelli type of stuff. I mean, that's not just a normal Republican. That's like a really right-wing Republican position to have, an incredibly extreme right-wing position to have. So. But look, Marie, if you win, and I think you have an excellent chance, given that you had no name recognition last time around, and you still came within 2,000 votes of beating him, just 2 points. And so now with more name recognition, more endorsements, et cetera, and hopefully more donations and on all of that, you stand an excellent chance. So if you win, Hoyer and Pelosi will turn around and they will say, "Now you are our beloved colleague. Now remember, Marie, we support our own," and they will pressure you to back other Democrats even if they vote against progressive priorities. So how will you respond to that if you're a congressperson?
So and who knows who will be speaker by that time, right? So who knows who will be pressuring me? But you're right, there will be some level of pressure to back incumbents, no matter, vote blue, no matter who. And so I have a long and very rich history of being a rebel. So I am very comfortable in my own shoes and making my own decisions. So I will make decisions based on the alignment they have with their district as well as their values. That's how I'll make decisions, not by pressure from other people. So
have people in Congress endorsed you despite the admonishment by leadership to never back a challenger, no matter how progressive they are?
Yeah, there's lots of folks. So I will tell you right now, confirmed people that have endorsed me are AOC and Congressman Rokana. But here's what I would predict is that others will come.
Yeah, and not surprising that other Just Democrats have stepped up. And Roe wrote, "Shouldn't endorsing Marie Newman be a no-brainer for anyone who is a progressive in Congress?" It's a good question. How about the presidential candidates, Marie?
Oh my gosh, and I'm not saying this from a political perspective. I actually think we have an abundance of riches, and I'm incredibly blessed that 4 of them have actually endorsed me. So I'm in a situation where I'm watching and waiting to see a few more debates, quite frankly. But I think that we are going to get it down to 3 or 4 by the early part of first quarter. And we're going to be in a really good position where the strongest is going to be forward. But here's the good news is we have lots of great candidates. I mean, they're very strong in their own right.
So who are the 4 that endorsed you?
So Kirsten Gillibrand, who's now out of the race, Governor Jay Inslee, now out of the race. The 2 that remain in the race are Senator Sanders and Senator Warren.
All right, makes sense. So Marie, how about your priorities? So like at this point, needless to say, Lipinski's against Green New Deal, Medicare for all, obviously, right? So what are your top priorities if you get into Congress?
So my priorities are really simple. So our focus is on the income divide and what we call solving the inaffordability of life. So many people come to us saying life's not affordable, and I agree. It's simply not. So our solution set are those things that like more affordable, and they include passing Medicare for all, passing paid leave, providing legislation around universal child care, empowering the unions, raising wages, and providing student debt relief and free college at the state level.
All right. The choice has never been more stark. So you could, in that district, and again, guys, let me emphasize the importance of this. If Lipinski wins, the message in Washington is support incumbents no matter what. They could be the most right-wing Republican there is. It doesn't matter. They did the cute little trick of putting a D next to their name, and so don't let progressives run, okay? If Marie wins, then the opposite message goes out. We don't need Republicans in sheep's clothing in really blue districts, and progressives can win anywhere. And so Marie's race is super important in its own right, but it has national ramifications. That's why it's really important to support her through donations, again, because she's not taking corporate PAC money, and volunteer and get out there and let's make a difference. Marie Newman for Congress.com. Marie, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.